It'll be Maslenikov going up against Supreme Cook, and the opening tip is kicked into the backcourt, run down by Caleb Green, and we're underway. Conference play in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Green to Taj Benning, checked there by Henderson. Maslenikov hedges, brings out to the top, ball knocked away. Almost a backcourt violation. Green turns the corner, gets inside, goes to the rack, and Fairfield strikes first.
Well, that's exactly what we addressed there, and you can't have that. And the help wasn't there, and an easy 2 for Green.
Jordan Henderson, Maslenikov, the swing over to the near side. That's Akram Ahmed. Fareed has to run down a tough pass. Dribble handoff. Henderson pulls up the elbow. His jumper, nothing but net for the senior.
I love it. That's good. The ball's moving. They were dribbling a lot against, talking about Canisius against Cornell. Just one dribble in that possession, and you get a good look.
Cook, Gene Rose, now to Caleb Green, the transfer from Holy Cross. Green wants to go inside, finally does go inside before he can do so. A foul down low. Maslenikov will pick up the first foul of the game, trying to fight off Supreme Cook.
I'm not a big fan of that call. And the other thing is Green was throwing that. That's not a good angle. So you've got to recognize that as a post defender and kind of just let him get it a little bit away from the basket and see if he can beat you with his inside moves.
Adam Vandenberg, Carl Luciano, and Kevin O'Connell are officials tonight. Green a little late on getting it in, finally does to Cook, back to Green in the corner. Step back jumper, Green, nothing but net. He has all 4 points for Fairfield.
And that was a switch, right? They switched on the out of bounds. It took him a while to get it, then he gets it right back, and he's got a big on him. Easy pull up.
Jordan Henderson uses the screen. Over to the near side, Ahmed. Fareed at the top, Fritz. Wants to get it to Henderson, can't. Maslenikov. A lot of time still in the shot clock. Fareed looks to drive, gets bumped, gets inside, count it. He'll go to the line, a chance to finish a 3-point play.
You know what, as I was watching that play unfold, Jay, I thought to myself, we're all right, take it easy. And they did. They didn't panic. It seems like they panicked a little bit, and that's what Fareed has to do right there. He's long, he's got to get to the basket, and that's his game a little bit there. You know, I don't think it's ironic, Jay, that the first 2 shots were 2s and not 3s.
Griffs are taking a lot of 3s this year, almost 32 per game, as Fareed misses the free throw, and we're tied at 4. Green to Chrysler, far side, Gene Rose. Inside to Cook, double team comes down. Cook gave up his dribble, now finds Chrysler on the top, launches, shot no good, rebound, kicked around, run down by Allen Gene Rose for Fairfield. Green. And up now to Benning. And we'll have an offensive foul against Fairfield to go against Supreme Cook, the sophomore.
You know, Canisius did something defensively there, Jay, that they did not do all night against Cornell, and that was double the post. And the reason they do that, the young man that's catching that ball in the post, he has a propensity to turn it over, right? So you got to be careful there. And talking about Cook, he's a great shooter, though. What a percentage he has. Every game he shot at least 50% or better. That's really impressive.
Cook goes to the bench with that foul. Checking in now is Chris Mido, 6'10" sophomore. Maslenikov, awkward shot there, but it's run down by Fritz. 10 on the shot clock for Canisius. Ahmed. Out to Maslenikov. Does he recognize the shot clock? Nobody seems to. Ahmed does finally. Fires up a 3. Back rim, no good. The rebound, Caleb Green. Smallest guy on the floor. Green in transition, looks to attack. Left-handed shot, no good, but a foul. A little late whistle, but a foul nonetheless will go against Canisius.
You know, you made a good point there. He gets the rebound. Now, you got to stop him way before this, because right there, the way they allow you to do these things, that was a late whistle. I don't know if I agree with that call. And then at the other end, just wasn't a good offensive set. With the inside move was way off.
According to the board, the foul is on Maslenikov, not on Henderson. That'll be the Maslennikov's second. He goes to the bench. Scott Hitchen into the game, the grad student for Canisius. Benning gives up his dribble. Punched away by Fareed, run down by Green. Benning, awkward looking 3, no good. An easy rebound for Ahmed. Ahmed sprints in the front court, hands off to Henderson. Backdoor cut, Fareed dunks it! Count it, he'll go to the line, a chance for another 3-point play.
See, that's their coach telling them to shoot 31 threes, so cut back door, move without the ball. And I always talk about what a good passer Fritz is. The defense is late. You know, getting back to that last defensive foul, that was on Henderson. I believe, wasn't
Well,
it? I mean,
but the board
is
put up.
wrong, I think.
Okay, that very well could be. That does happen
They got to
occasionally.
correct that, though. That's something the assistants got to be on top of. Maybe they don't want it on Henderson.
I was thinking that very much so. I mean, Maslenikov only plays about 9 minutes a game as Harid finishes the and one. He has 5 points.
That's the old Ray Mears at Tennessee. He had Albert King and Ernie Grunfeld, and everyone else fouled.
Hitchin knocks it into the backcourt. Canisius turning up the defense and the crowd liking it. Benning out to the top to Mido. Benning left alone. This three. Back rim no good. Long rebound. Ahmed saves it, but he stepped on the end line, so it'll be Fairfield basketball with 20 to shoot.
Can't imagine they want Benning taking too many threes like that. That shot does not look good. But the bigger issue is Canisius is having trouble controlling the boards. Right, they're tipping them. They're not getting strong rebounds, and then normally Malik Green kind of cleans that up for him. But obviously he's not out there right now.
Our player to watch, the freshman T.J. Long on the floor now, number 33 for Fairfield. Green gets inside again. This time he misses. Good effort there by Hitchin to alter the shot.
A little too much French pastry on that one, Jay.
Harid to Hitchin. Fritz out at the top. Harid drives again, gets inside and finishes.
They got to Harid a little bit, and that's good because that first step is good, and he's getting there. Good for his shooting percentage, taking those 5-footers.
Speaking of shooting percentage, Amran Harid was 1 of 10 against Cornell. Long to Jesus Cruz, the grad student for Fairfield. Down low, Mido against Hitchin. Mido looks to go up and under and finishes with the left hand.
Yeah. Scott had good defense, and then he went for that fake, which is why you always hear up and under, up and under. It's a great move, but you just got to stay down defensively.
Ahmed to Henderson. They work the perimeter. Fritz looks to drive. Diagonal pass out to Henderson. Ahmed, challenge three. That's going to be short. May have been blocked, and here comes Benning. Over to Cruz. Pump fake, and Cruz lays it up and in.
See, Hitchin still was.
And Cruz almost comes up with a steal on the inbounds play. With Rick Pitino, of course, their head coach in his first year. In the front court, Hitchin has it. Malik Green, leading scorer for Canisius, on the floor now. Harid down on the baseline. Hitchin to Ahmed. Nothing moving right now for Canisius. Hitchin looks to back in. Hitchin goes up and cannot finish. Good defense that time by Makai Willis, the freshman from Tallahassee. In transition, Long is three, no good. Rebound pulled away by Hitchin.
It's the first clean rebound, right? And look at, they get a quick transition, maybe look out of it.
Ahmed to Hitchin. Jordan Henderson. Malik Green at the top. Hitchin looked for Green, now hands off to Henderson instead. Henderson has it knocked free, but a foul against Fairfield. That'll be their fourth.
It's interesting, the first time Henderson came off the screen, he didn't use it properly. I always used to tell people to come down and shoulder to shoulder. The second time he did, and then he stresses the defense.
Siem Eidendahl, the sophomore out of the Netherlands, into the game for Canisius. Came back to the lineup on Monday against Cornell.
He looked pretty good. You know, he had sat out those two games and looked pretty good.
Henderson, Malik Green, Eidendahl. Inside to Green. Green lays it up. Good defense by Cruz.
Got to catch that, you know, more up towards the box there and get a much better angle.
Cruz against Harid, back out to Willis. Green. Swing over to Cruz. Long left alone is three, nothing but net.
Right now, Jay, what's going on, this kid Green is dominating the game as the point guard, and that's something Canisius doesn't really have. He has the ball out, he makes good decisions, and he's very confident out there. And right now, he's the best player on that court.
Should note that Canisius' probably best point guard is senior Amadou Fofana, and he will not be available for either game this weekend. Ball comes loose on the floor. Green saves it. Out to Henderson with the shot clock winding down. His jumper, nothing but net for Jordan Henderson.
See, he's got the length to go over people, and he of all the players does that up and down in the same spot. I like it when people go vertical, kind of hang in the air. It's a very easy shot to make if you're 6'4", 6'5", you know, good shape like all these young men are.
Willis hands it to Green. Green almost loses control of the ball. Like go to the floor, and Eidendahl comes up with it. Good hustle play by Henderson and Eidendahl. In transition, Hareed looks to attack, goes baseline, lays it up and in.
That's just great by him, but you got to be much earlier help there by Fairfield. And just as soon as I said Green was looking good, he had a bad pass there.
9 points for Armand Hareed. Out at the top, Willis. Hand off to Taj Benning. And Hitchen will get called for the blocking foul, third team foul against Canisius.
That's just a bad hedge, right? Taj Benning is going the other way, not even looking at the baskets. He's established he's not a threat from three, so let him go out there and just move your feet. And Hitchen's getting one of those Gatorade breaks I talked about.
And he goes to the bench.
He just had a bad break there. He was wide open for a layup, and his teammates missed him, and then he got a couple defensive lapses there, and tough few minutes for him.
Benning kicks to the corner. Gene Rose in the paint, a little too long perhaps, kicks it back out. Cruz against Fritz. Cruz turns the corner, stops, puts it home.
So you got to know when it's empty. If Fritz is on an island, you can't be on an island with a guy that's faster than you, and there's got to be early help.
Henderson looks to attack, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
I'm guessing, Jay, they had a lot of drills that were about, go to the basket, and I don't care who's in your way. We'll deal with the charges, and you can see that mentality.
And add to that, of course, I'm sure the Fairfield scout was all about the ball not going to the baseline, and so far we've seen Canisius with a lot of success taking it that way.
Game of adjustments. You've got to be a part-time chiropractor.
Henderson at the line knocks down the first. Unfortunately, it's one thing about Canisius this year, and not off to a great start, but Reggie Witherspoon has been through a lot of wars with a lot of different players and won a lot of games. Here in his 6th year at Canisius, if wins one more Canisius game, he'll tie Joe Curran for 7th all time in Canisius history. Joe Curran, the coach that took Canisius to 3 straight NCAAs in the 50s.
Yeah, I don't think Reggie sees too many surprises, based on what you just said there. Absolutely.
Cruz against Fritz. Cruz twists, turns, goes up with the jump hook and puts it home nicely.
Yeah, he had a big game here last year. He's that MAC player that Canisius seems to be lacking, that strong 6'4", 6'5" guy that can guard on the perimeter and beat you inside with his power.
Eidendahl. Henderson has it now. Hareed. Green wants it, not getting it. Now it goes to Green. This time, and again, it is blocked by Cruz. Green gets it back and puts it home.
But that's to validate my point there. Cruz is in there battling with Canisius' best big man and blocked it, but Green is relentless. He's a scorer, right? That's why he's 3rd in the MAC in scoring.
Benning gives it up to Cruz. Cruz against Green this time. Tougher matchup for Cruz. But he looks to twist and go inside, and then he finally fires it up and puts it home nonetheless. 8 points for Jesus Cruz.
He's smooth, right? He's just smooth. And you got to double him maybe. You don't think you got to double a 6'4" guy.
Hareed into the paint, gives it up. Henderson fires the 3. Nothing but net for Jordan Henderson.
Good job picking him as player to watch, Jay. Nice job with that pre-production move.
Our director today, Chris Rolfing, give him the assist on that one, huh?
Absolutely, good job.
Long rebound run down by Supreme Cook.
See, now that's our 3rd or 4th offensive rebound, right? And that drives you nuts as a coach because that was in the corner. That's a 50-50 ball.
Cruz fires. This time he's going to be short. Fritz comes away with it. Henderson does not have numbers, but launches nonetheless. It's going to be short. Long rebound, Benning, and he looks to push. Benning in the front court. Benning gets into the paint, lays it up and in. Count it. He'll go to the line. A chance to finish the 3-point play when we...
Vice versa. Had some good battles up there, but I'm sure I played against Reggie. He's a little bit younger than me.
Taj Benning at the line, knocks down the and one, ties the game up, and he will check out of the game. Caleb Green comes back in. You brought up a point, and we didn't get any information about this prior to the game, but one of the top scorers of this team, Jake Wojcik, the senior from San Jose, has yet to play in the game.
I saw him warming up, so at least I thought I saw him warming up, so that could be a variety of things. Who knows?
We mentioned Amadou Fofana for Canisius, not available this weekend. He's sick. It is not a COVID situation. No, that's Surprisingly, not a walk for Hareed, but he saves the possession out to Eidendahl, and then Fritz gets the rebound. Eidendahl the cut, counted if it goes. It does not. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's what Cornell did the other night. Everyone was looking at the ball, and Eidendahl just cut to the basket. That's a great tip. Watch this. Watch his man's. Look at it. Bang. He almost makes a very accurate. That could have been top 10 ESPN, maybe. Maybe top 20. Maybe it's
yeah, but numbers 11 through 20 don't make it. they don't make it to the big screen,
well,
the big show.
I was telling you, I had a nice chat with his father. Is here for a few games from overseas, obviously. What a gentleman. And I asked him about his name, and he said the meaning is strong. And then I asked him his name, and I said, "What does your name mean?" He says, "Good sense of humor."
Eidendahl makes both of them, and Canisius back up the lead by 2. Caleb Green into front court. Supreme Cook. TJ Long. Over to Green. Feeds the post. Cook looks to go to work. Could have been an and one. He finishes.
Well, they know that Canisius has given up 58% field goal defense inside the arc, which is not good. And they're trying to expose that tendency of Canisius not to be good in the paint.
Eidendahl out to Hareed to Ahmed. Malik Green tries to drive. Keeps his dribble alive, goes up with the left hand, cannot finish. Good defense, Fairfield, and now it's a 5-on-3 for the Stags. Green in the front court. Long, stepped on the sideline.
That'll drive you nuts as a coach, and I see Jay Young over there. He probably wishes he has, a cross helmet on there to bang his head on it. Like, why are you doing that? Because you're right, it was a 5-on-3. Fritz and Green got tied up and made the right read, talking about the point guard, but that line sometimes comes in to bite you, doesn't it?
Triple handoff to Ahmed, who looks to drive to the corner. Eidendahl back out to Ahmed. Thought about the 3, a lot of time on the shot clock.
That was good strong side defense by both the Fairfield defenders.
Hareed rises up, knocks down the jump shot. 11 points for number 11.
And we know he can get going, right? He had 19 in a different variety with threes against Coppin State, right? So he can get hot in multitude of ways.
Alan Jean Rose, the junior from Martinique. Taj Benning. Nothing happening here Fairfield offensively. Now they've got a pick and roll they look to set up. Cook was wide open underneath. Shot by Long off the mark, no good. Long rebound is run down by Fairfield. Jean Rose, nice little ball fake, gets inside, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And 2 defensively stayed down because it's really working well for Fairfield. The other thing, Jay, and we saw this early, they're really getting their hands, if not 2 hands, on a lot of offensive rebounds.
Alan Jean Rose makes both shots. Came into the game 5 of 6 from the stripe. Chris Mido goes to the bench for Fairfield. Jesus Cruz back on the floor with 8 points for Fairfield. Eidendahl finds Ahmed. Step back jumper, nothing but net for Akram Ahmed.
I'm glad he made that because the first shot was better than the second shot. I mean, he's the only one that shot it, obviously, but he had a great look on that curl screen, and then he made the tougher shot.
Cruz looks to go to work down low again. Into the game now is Xavier Long, a freshman out of Cincinnati. He gets posted up by Cruz. Cruz, that's got to be a 3-second call, no call. Jump hook misses. Cook gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
You know, I think the next 3-second call will be the first of the year, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, though, again, they're getting inside, and they've got some, and that's a really good foul right there. But this points in the paint are twofold, right? Penetration, which we saw early. Now we're seeing it manifest itself just by stronger post play and second chance opportunities.
Supreme Cook at the line, came into the game 16 out of 23. Misses that one.
He's better from the field.
Highly unusual. Second one, rims out.
That's the old foul for profit there, Jay.
Ahmed rises up. That one misses, and an easy rebound here for Fairfield, and they look to push. Benning ahead to Gene Rose, who lays it up, misses the layup. Rebound pulled away by Cook. His layup is good, and we're tied again.
Yeah, that's, you know, when you take that corner shot and it hits the front of the rim and gives you a start to the fast break like that, and but again, the offensive boards are starting to pile up here and hurting Canisius.
Henderson. Ahmed. Back out to Henderson. He rises up. That's going to be off the mark. Easy rebound for Benning. Benning, good rebounder for a guard, over 400 in his career. Gene Rose. The swing out to Green to Cruz. Benning looks to go baseline. Gets cut off and then kicks back out. Alan Gene Rose inside, steps through.
Well, he's taking advantage of this
Count
first
the basket.
start. Yeah, they count it, and that's that Euro step. And under control, though. You can't do the Euro step out of control. People don't understand that. Watch this. They think it's traveling, but bang, bang. Look at that. And look where he finished. He's eyes on the rim. He doesn't float. Nice soft touch.
And the foul goes against Malik Green, who picks up his second. So it's been a quiet first half for Canisius' leading scorer, who sits down right now. Alan Gene Rose makes that one. He's having a good night. First start of the season, and he's responded with 5 points.
He's got the length you're looking for, right? You can just see that he can play that 3 or 4 spot and be a good defender.
Fritz hands it to Henderson. Back to Fritz. He wants to go baseline. Fritz stops. Out to Henderson. Eidendahl, his three. No good.
He's a little too anxious. He's always like, I'm ready, I'm ready. They'll get it to you. Just set your feet.
Oh, wow. And a blocking foul against Jaco Fritz. Big time contact there at the top of the line.
But again, they're getting a 50-foot head start. And you see a good example here. You're backing up. No one made him go, and then it's too late there, right? And both officials had that call.
That's true.
So for those of you out there that thought it was maybe a tough call.
Well, tough for sure for Jaco Fritz, because he most certainly took the brunt of the contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, both officials did have a blocking call on that. He goes to the bench with 2 fouls, 8 team fouls on Canisius and Benning at the line.
That's what a linebacker's supposed to do, fill the hole. He's not getting paid to do that.
And perhaps a little bit of retaliation foul here. Zach Chrysler slaps it away from Hitchen, but picks up the foul, so he'll take a long walk down for a 1 and bonus for Scott Hitchen.
And I tell you, though, it should never happen, right, that you got that position. He shouldn't even be able to get that. He should be back about 6 feet saying hello to the next guy in the line, you know, up the line.
Hitchen at the line. Another graduate student. I keep saying graduate students. These players, of course, got that extra year of eligibility as Hitchen misses his first foul shot of the season.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Cruz over to Green. Hitchen steals away from Chrysler. Hitchen looks to take the length of the floor. Good hustle by Fairfield to get back. Henderson open from 3. Off the mark, and then a foul underneath Chrysler, battling with Xavier Long, and he'll pick up the foul.
Hitchen looked like Justin Vielander there. He threw a fastball there. He was thinking dunk, then he was thinking I better dribble and not screw this up, and then he made a good look, and then Henderson shot that. But good aggressive defense. And Hitchen's right in front of us here having a little laugh about that. It's like, hey, you should go to the fair and speed gun. About 86 on that one, I think.
So this should be a 1 and bonus for Long, and he misses.
Get that palm up to the ceiling. That won't happen, that back of the rim stuff.
Caleb Green to Mido. Hand off to Alan Gene Rose. Again steps through. This is becoming a common occurrence for Fairfield getting to the rim.
Yes, and into the paint, right? And nice step through there, but you can't allow that.
Hitchen. They've gotten away with a walk. Looks to go up and under, but then gets called for the walk as he drags his pivot foot.
Yeah, he started at 8-foot and ended up on the other side. That's Manute Bol could do that maybe, but again, they're really doing a nice job of getting in the paint, and that's where the Achilles heel of the Canisius defense, and that's why they're giving up such a high percentage from the 2-ball defensively.
Fairfield taking control of this game at this juncture of the first half. Alan Jean Rose, the kick out to Cruz, thought about the 3. Cruz into the paint. Step back jumper. Off the mark, Long clears. Ahmed ahead to Henderson. Wide open is Long. Long goes up, it's blocked by Jean Rose. Long gets it back and has it stripped away by Mido.
Well, I tell you, Jean Rose, he's really taking advantage of these minutes because he certainly hadn't played a lot. And Wojcik's sitting down here, and he's really doing a nice job out there.
Off balance shot by Cruz, and Long with another rebound. Ahead to Henderson, who has his pocket picked, but then a foul call.
Joe Curran before, and Reggie going to pass him. And Joe Curran, like you said, was the coach. So his trophy, it's got karma all over this broadcast.
Absolutely, absolutely. See if we can bring this particular rendition of the Griffs some karma here tonight as Henderson knocks down both foul shots for the Griffs.
Well, you get the benefit of a good call there, right? You know, speaking of home cooking.
And karma. Mido out at the top. Hands it to Benning. Swing back to Green. Mido faces up. Looks to go to work. Turnaround jump shot. Calm things down, right?
Yep.
Mido misses the first, makes the second. And he'll go to the bench. Supreme Cook back into the game. 4-point lead for Fairfield. It's 32-28.
Ahmed got his hand in there, and that's what, you know, that was the foul. It didn't look like a foul, but saw his hand in there. Really nice play there, and they caught Hareed in perfect rhythm there, and that's his first 3, I believe, of the game.
Armand Hareed.
Yeah, he's had a really nice half. That's his 14th point.
And cuts the lead to 32-31. Fairfield in the lead. Alan Jean Rose looks to attack against Eidendorf. Off balance shot, but a good rebound by Cook. Cook looks to go to work. Double team comes down. He is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Fairfield up 1 here at Buffalo tonight.
Hitchin is getting very frustrated right out there. You can just see that, right? He's like over the back. This is after that. And then if we see that continue, you could kind of see his hands go up in that, so frustrated. But to Cook's credit, and this is why he's shooting about 66%, he's relentless on those boards.
Cook misses the first. Both teams in the double bonus now. And that was the second foul on Scott Hitchin. So Canisius getting a little bit of foul trouble here with Ahmed with 2 fouls. Hitchin with 2 fouls. Green has 2 fouls as well.
In this case, though, both those fouls paid off. It saved 4 points, so they went 0 for 4, I believe, on the foul shots.
Eidendorf. And a moving screen on Scott Hitchin, I believe. And that will be his 3rd.
And he's going to probably have to come out, like you said. That's his 3rd. Or maybe they're just going to let it go here. Oh, I'm sorry, 2nd.
No, it is his 3rd. It is his 3rd. I was going to say, though, Jakob Fritz, I think, has 2, and I think Maslenikov has 2 as well.
Green, though, I don't think is in.
I think he has 2 as well.
Yeah, so there you go, the inside presence.
Right to Cook. Cook lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's their theme, right, Jay? They're pounding it inside.
Cook with 6 points, but it feels like he's had so much more. He's dominating this game. Eidendorf. Out to Ahmed. Swing over to Henderson. He drives, pulls up. His shot, no good. Rebound, pulled away by Alan Jean Rose.
Hitchin was lucky he didn't get one there.
Benning. The kick out. Jean Rose misses, gets his own rebound, put back, no good, but he is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Canisius is just getting eaten up and alive inside.
Yeah, the offensive board's got to be close to double digits, right? And this kid Rose is doing a beautiful job of getting in the lane.
And that is the 4th foul on Scott Hitchin. I think he might stay. I don't know. I see Maslenikov coming to the score table.
Definitely coming in. Yep. But yeah, once he almost picked up the fourth on the offensive rebound try there.
Alan Jean Rose misses that one. Average only 8 minutes per game coming in. We're also going to see, I believe it's going to be Asa Bea, just his third appearance of the season. And he forgot to check in at the scores table.
I saw Reggie's like, young man, you got to get so excited, which is good. Put me in, coach, right? A little Fogarty there for you. But, yeah, get a few minutes. You got to. When the foul situation is this dire, you got to go to plan C.
Bea, the sophomore out of Utica. Eidendahl looks to drive. His runner off glass and good.
Love how he cuffed the ball to protect it and then finished.
Green sprints into front court. Look for Fairfield to go on the attack again. Cruz against Bea. Cruz gives up his dribble. Back out to the top to Green. And a foul away from the basketball. It'll go against Supreme Cook of Fairfield. That'll be his second.
He's just hanging around, right? It looked like it was going wrong, you know, even though the offensive boards have really been an issue. He's got a good group out there, right? Even though we got the young man Bea that's not, he's just got to steal another minute and a half for him and play smart defensively and maybe get an assist or two.
Ahmed. Over to Harid. Eidendahl in the corner. Back to Ahmed. Ahmed uses the Maslenikov screen. Back to Maslenikov. His three. Nothing but net.
He caught that really nice. He hit it up high there. That was a nice stroke. Not easy coming off the bench after sitting there for about 16 minutes, right? Because he went out early.
His second tray of the season. Mido to Benning. Looks to go baseline. Benning, turnaround jump hook, no good. Rebound kept alive by Mido. He puts it back and misses the jump. Rebound pulled away by Harid. 1 on 3. He'll opt to slow it up. Canisius does have a first half use it or lose it timeout. Eidendahl. Over to Harid. Bea in the corner. Bea. Back to Ahmed. And the ball just slipped out of his hands. Eidendahl. Has it rejected by Cruz. Harid gets it back, fires it up. That's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, they weren't moving enough on there. The ball was moving a little bit, but the players weren't right. We didn't see any backdoor cuts. We didn't see really any good screening, and you know that's too bad because they got a nice break there with the missed dunk and the putbacks. Or Wally Pip, one of the Pip brothers.
Green now will take some time off the clock here before they start this play. The handoff to Benning. Mido looks to attack against Maslenikov, and this time he does dunk it, and he'll go to the line, a chance to finish an and one.
You know, I noticed Coach Young looking at him like, you missed that dunk, and I love the fact that's the lacrosse coach in him right there, Jay. Okay, go right back at him. Boom.
Wow, that's impressive.
That is very impressive.
And Maslenikov picks up his third foul.
Well, he's got the length, right? You know, that's what people probably do know this out there, but when you're recruiting someone, you measure his wingspan, and I bet you that young man's wingspan is like 7'2", something like that, when you add it all up.
He misses. Henderson counted if it goes.
You guys.
Fritz to Ahmed. Maslenikov down low. Looks to post up. Maslenikov walks, no call. His shot no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Who's going to get it? It's going to be a held ball, and the alternate possession will go to Fairfield.
Well, you know, I always talk about playing post defense is so strenuous, so why not have them work a little harder on their post defense? Then they might not be so active and energetic on the other end. Not a bad strategy.
And I think a bit of a message from Reggie Witherspoon, the coach, to the players. Get after it a little bit more inside in the second half.
Absolutely.
Supreme Cook takes the handoff. Now to Green, who gets inside against Henderson. He goes up and finishes. Caleb Green.
Boy, he's impressive. Like I said, it seemed like he, like I said, was the best player the first 6 minutes, and then the offensive rebounding show took over the last 14 of that half.
He has 6 points. Ahmed gave up his dribble. Now has to find an open player, and he finds Maslenikov. Fritz, one bounce. Back to Henderson, who can't handle the pass.
It was the right cut, but a little out of control there.
Gene Rose, Chrysler, Benning. Cook out at the top. Hands it off to Green. Green keeps it alive. Cook goes to work down inside, but before he can do so, Maslenikov picks up his 4th foul.
You notice how low he got, though, the offensive player there, Cook, right?
Right.
He got so low, it almost is counterintuitive, right? You say, get really small in the post. Like, wait a minute, I'm 6'8", I'm 6'9", but it makes it hard to guard, and that's what happened to Maslenikov there.
So Malik Green comes into the game for Canisius, their leading scorer. Had 2 early fouls in that first half. Benning wants to get it back inside. Double team comes down on Cook. The kick out to Green. Back to Cook. Double team comes down again. Cook backs off. Out to the top. Alan Jean Rose. His jump shot, nothing but net.
Wow, you made him take a tougher shot because he's been doing that Euro step all night. So good defensive stance there by Canisius, but they made a better shot there.
Ahmed, his pass kicked out of bounds.
Our cameraman down there, or the photographer, got one right in the head there.
Ouch.
But he kept the camera safe. That's the key thing there.
Absolutely. Good equipment is everything. Akram Ahmed. Not much happening with the Canisius offense right now. Henderson looks to get inside to Green. He'll take the open 3. Well off the mark, but Hareed puts it back. 16 for him.
You got to be active, right? That was the shot was way off. It's tough to box out for those, but no one boxed out Hareed. He's being opportunistic, and thankfully for the Griffs, he is.
Alan Jean Rose attacks against Hareed, lays it up and in.
Wow, I don't know why he hasn't been playing, but I think he's going to be playing a lot of minutes this weekend. Certainly earning it right now based on his performance to this point.
Ahmed. Pass deflected, loose on the floor. Ahmed gets it back. And he steps on the sideline.
The energy level is so much higher for Fairfield, right? They came out and say, okay, let's go. I mean, it's going to take a while, but they're really getting after it. So Reggie's seen enough there. You know, you said it earlier, Ahmed gave up his dribble. That made the whole offense go out, and then there's nothing doing because they catch the ball at 40 feet instead of 28, and all the timing and spacing is off, and then you get bad shots, and it doesn't look very pretty either.
Keep in mind, arguably Canisius' best point guard, Amadou Fofana, not available for either game this weekend. Inside Cook, and a foul against Green as Cook went to the floor.
Fritz came late on that, right? And watch this. You see the double team come. Watch, he comes in. See, and yeah, that's.
So 3 fouls on Malik Green. Gene Rose picked up on a switch by Fritz. Left alone, 3-point shot, nothing but net for Jesus Cruz. And Canisius might need a timeout here. They're down by 8.
I think you're right. And the other thing is that's a combination of not talking on defense and a good screen set by Fairfield to get a guy that wide open.
Fritz. Hareed. Jump shot. Back rim no good. Nobody there for the offensive rebound for Canisius. Here comes Fairfield. Alan Jean Rose looks to step through. That one's blocked by Hareed. And it'll be Fairfield basketball.
Yeah, Hareed, a little frustration. He caught that and tried to throw it back in and hit Rose there. But you said it, Jay. There was no one there on the missed shot, whereas every rebound that Canisius is getting defensively is contested or, earned by Fairfield.
So Supreme Cook goes to the bench, and Chris Mido checks back in. Also TJ Long on the floor. He's inbounding the ball. Out to Caleb Green. Mido. Long launches. No good. Rebound controlled by Hareed. Ahead to Eidendahl. Seam Eidendahl. Crossover dribble. rises up, his shot short. Rebound. Another one for Fairfield. Cruz ahead to Green. Pull up. That one short, but there.
Buying into their system here, and it's been an impressive start to this half.
Eidendahl has it rejected. Green gets it back, and he'll get
here. And you know, Canisius can't afford to have Green right now. He's 15 points below his season average.
Canisius may be in a little bit of a zone here.
Yeah, I think it's a good move with the foul situation they're in.
Goes right inside to Mido. Posting up against Green. Jump hook good.
You know, that's tough to defend right there. You took away the left shoulder, and then he came back to it. And his height, that's a beautiful sky hook, really. And not much you can do about that. Good strategy off the timeout by Fairfield.
Green tries to get it inside. Foul. Looks like it's going to be down low against Fairfield, and it'll go against TJ Long.
Yeah, we'll see what happened there, and that's a good read by Green. He saw the mismatch, and he threw it right in there. That's what they got to do. And the zone's got to be better. Maybe extend the defense a little bit. Maybe go with a press here, a little something to get Fairfield out of their rhythm, because they're doing pretty much what they want offensively here in this first 5 minutes.
Another foul. This one for the inbounds play. Taj Benning will get the foul. Long just went to the bench with 3 fouls. Long has 3 points. He's their second leading scorer. Their leading scorer, Wojcik, not playing. So their 2 leading scorers, Fairfield, have produced only 3 points, and yet they're up by 12 in Buffalo tonight. Henderson rises up. His shot, nothing but net.
See, that's the good shot, right? He took that hard dribble to get up in the air vertical. Got to look for him, because he's got it going now. They got to get a couple other guys. You know your 2 primary scorers here, so they need to stop here. You got to get stops, and you just got to keep moving your feet, have a lot of energy on defense.
Alan Jean Rose inside to Benning, turnaround jump shot, rattles out, Green clears.
How to break there, that was a good look.
Henderson to Green to Haree. Green wanted it inside, they didn't get it to him. Henderson has to run down the loose ball. A lot of time on the shot clock. Fritz to Eidendahl. Eidendahl. Henderson to Fritz, fires it up. Misses. Green gets the rebound and then has it knocked free.
Well, there was just a lot of perimeter, a lot of dribbling, not a lot of movement there in that possession. And Eidendahl, I think, had a read on it, and he didn't go in right there. This is the previous possession. And I really like that left to right action where you come off hard off a curl screen and go straight up in the air there. So see if they come back to that here.
Fritz hands to Eidendahl. Eidendahl back to Fritz. Nothing happening. Henderson. And Henderson get called for the charge as Benning goes to the floor.
You know what? That's just anticipation, good anticipation defensively. And I always used to tell my teams, if you react to a dribbler, they're going to be by you. You know, that was just, and you saw how excited they are defensively. I mean, that's a good sign when you're a coach. You love that when your team is all fired up about getting a defensive charge, you know. Because most of their life, they're like, give me the ball, give me the ball. And now they're committed to the defense.
This is a team that did go to the MAC final last year. Have an idea of what it takes to win it all, and it's not going to be any easier this year, that's for sure. That's a travel on Supreme Cook down low. Yeah, the way this conference is setting up, obviously Iona with Rick Pitino as the coach have some really talented players this year. Monmouth also adding a couple of top players, so it's not going to be easy. But Fairfield, at least here tonight, 2/3 of the way through the first conference game, looking impressive. Green, his shot well off the mark, and the rebound goes to Benning. Cruz thought about it, back inside it goes. Cook looks to post up, misses, gets his own rebound, goes back again, and puts it home.
Yeah, they found him. Cruz found him when Henderson was on him. You know, I really like your point where you said about they did really well last year and they got to the MAC final. Even though they lost, they're definitely building on it the way they're playing here this evening. They're buying into Coach Young, and it's working very well.
Nice pass, Eidendahl to Green for the finish.
See, that's all about timing, Jay. It looks pretty when the timing is good and the cuts are made when the ball sees you. Otherwise, it just looks like dribble, pass, dribble, pass.
Green, short on the runner. Malik Green comes away with the rebound from Caleb Green's miss.
You can kind of see Fairfield rushing a little bit, even though the 2-3 zone is you know, not Syracuse level. It's creating a little awkwardness in their offense.
And a blocking foul will go against Alan Jean Rose for Fairfield.
Reed's got to work on that because that, you know, that they're reading his move there, right here. That's not bad defense. That's not, and it all starts with your willingness to move your feet and anticipate. So they got that call that time, so kind of evened out a little bit.
Tried to go back inside the green. It bounces out to Henderson for an open three, and it rattles home for Jordan Henderson.
See, sometimes you get these breaks. You know, you get the call, then you get a deflection. It goes to your, you know, career leader in threes or the team leader in threes.
Henderson came into the game with 91 career threes. Pass inside, the kick out. Alan Jean Rose swings it over. Caleb Green, open three. Nothing but net for Green.
I love the inside out, right? It's good shot, better shot. Beautiful offense there by Fairfield.
Canisius back quickly. Henderson to Green. Malik Green, the handoff to Hareed. Fritz spins, gets inside, blocked by Supreme Cook. Run down by Alan Jean Rose, and he looks to push. To Green, back inside. Cook going to work against Green with 4 fouls. Cook. Good defense by Malik Green, but the loose ball is run down by Eidendahl. Hareed charges in, has it blocked by Alan Jean Rose.
Long is sitting on the bench, and he'd be a good asset against that 2-3 zone, right? So a good move by Canisius when their best shooter goes out.
Eidendahl, shot from the top, nothing but net. Plant play for Canisius.
Yes, there you go. It's like ordering online. You gotta just bring it home, right? It just comes right to you there, and it's perfect. But again, I say it all the time, when you know the play is called for you, you're very confident, and that's good for Eidendahl.
Cruz falls to the floor, tries to save the possession and gives it away. Ahmed to Eidendahl. Thought about the three, and then thinks better of it.
Yeah, see, Fritz has got to be 30 feet there. Remember Crumpton always used to make that as the late trailer? That's something that I would talk to him about.
Oh, pass inside.
You're just sticking up for a guy named Jake.
There's so few of us.
Yeah. No, but I can see, you know, both sides of it. You know, you try to be objective and everything. This drives me nuts. This, you know, not being balanced on a foul shot. It's not like someone's coming to get you there.
So another chance for Malik Green. Green, 79% foul shooter. That one's good.
So it's poetic justice. He made half of them, so everyone's happy.
Let's see if Canisius can come up with a defensive stand here. Griff showing a man-for-man on this play. Mido out at the top. A handoff to Caleb Green. They want to get it to Mido, of course, going to work against Green. Gives it back out to Cruz. The swing over. Long. Goes baseline, gets inside, and puts it home.
Nice job. You got the guy in his hip, right? You use your body as an offensive player without fouling. Nice job. You shouldn't get beat off the dribble by a three-point shooter there, but he knows that they want to make him dribble, talking about Long, and took advantage of the defensive lapse.
Eidendahl gets inside. Runner good for Sean Eidendahl.
He's protecting that ball really well on his hip. That's 2 of those he's made, I believe.
Canisius, after going cold early in this first half, they're getting a little rhythm going offensively here. Down by 6, despite ample foul trouble. Mido to Long. The swing over. Green, open three. Back rim, no good. Fritz gets the rebound. Pass ahead to Eidendahl. Green at the top of the key. Fritz thought about going inside. Gets it to Green. Green gets pushed. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I just love the way Fritz passes, but again, he's got in that offensive transition as the secondary guy. In other words, the fast. Look how far out he is there, but that was right there, nice, without fouling too.
So Mido picks up his 3rd foul.
Green is going to need an ice bath after this game. You can see he's kind of hurting there a little bit, but you got to put that aside and concentrate and make. You said he's a pretty good foul shooter, right? Going into this game at you know, plus 70%, higher 70s, right? So knock him down.
22 of 28 coming into the game. And his first, no good.
There's the balance again. It's just a matter of concentration, right? it's not like there's the Duke crazies behind the basket, yelling at you or anything, right? There's, just find the rim with your eyes and knock it down, and use the 10 seconds. He's obviously a little fatigued, and rightfully so. I mean, he's banging around in there both ends of the court.
And playing with 4 fouls as well. Just 5 points for the Canisius leading scorer. Misses both. Taj Benning brings it into the front court. Canisius will be in a man-for-man. Supreme Cook out at the top. Long. Gets bumped. 5th team foul on Canisius.
That was a set play right from the get-go for Long, but Canisius did a really nice job of extending the defense, took it away, and then Long, smart player there, he kind of stressed the defense and drew that foul, and then both teams have 5 here with just under 9 minutes.
Cook in the corner. And another foul. This one will go against Hareed. It'll be his 2nd.
Jay Young now has calmed down over there. Now he's smiling at Carl. It's amazing. Coaches are like Jekyll and Hyde, right?
Just get a couple of calls.
Get a couple calls, and all of a sudden life is good. But that's the 6th foul, so now it's going to be 1 in bonus for a long time.
Cook got double teamed and gives it up. Taj Benning. Back to Cook. Cook to Benning, back inside to Cook. Double team, goes up, can't finish. Fritz can't grab the rebound. No foul call there as bodies go flying. Ahmed to Fritz. Fareed, again working the perimeter here. Ahmed drives inside, draws contact, and will earn a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Tell you what, the Canisius survived that first 4 minutes of this half, and it was what I think it was 48-38 or something like
12
that.
At one point.
Did it get to 12? And
Yep.
now that zone and a little more energy, finding the right mix of 5 guys out there, managing the foul situation with the bigs. I think Canisius is now getting used to how good Fairfield is inside, right? And they're making little subtle adjustments, and that's what you do as a player. The coach can only do so much. So this is a really nice little run here for Canisius to hang around here. And then, when you're on the road, like you said, Fairfield come here, been swept a few times. So all that's in your mind as a coach, and you got your leading scorer, again, sitting down there for whatever reason. Helps if you make your foul shots, Jay, right?
Right. Well, maybe a little break coming up to the media timeout here as freshman Xavier Long. Xavier Long checks into the game for Canisius. Caleb Green looks to attack, keeps his dribble alive, brings it back out, and hands off to Chrysler. Supreme Cook. Taj Benning against Eidendahl. Benning spins into the paint, goes up and gets it to finish. Nicely done, Taj Benning.
Yeah, they got great inside play. It looked like he did a little reach around there, but they know when they have the matchup they want, and then the other players just recognize that and get out of the way, basically.
Long. Ahmed to Fritz. Again, bodies go flying on the far side. Hareed rises up, tough shot. Back rim no good, and pulling away the rebound is Supreme Cook.
Wow, and you're absolutely right, pulling away, because he and Fritz went up at the same time, and he certainly came down with it.
A handoff to Benning. Cut out by Ahmed. A lot of time in the paint. Benning, turnaround hook, good.
See, they get back to that strong shoulder. It looks pretty, doesn't it? I mean, those are tough shots. Just when Canisius starts making a little run, Jay, they have 2 good answers here on the last 2 possessions, talking about Fairfield.
And since Malik Green went to the bench for Canisius. Ahmed, open from 3. Nothing but net for the junior.
And again, a great find by Fritz, being 6'8", 6'9", looking over the top.
Tired players out there right now. But this guy doesn't look like he gets tired. Caleb Green. Left alone, takes the 3, makes the 3.
Yeah, he's smooth, right? And it's almost like Coach, when you need me to do it, I'll do it. I'm not going to force it, and that's exactly the mentality you want for a point guard.
Ahmed, step back jumper off the mark. Easy rebound for Supreme Cook.
That's just not a good possession in any way there. I know you just made a three, but you made a three because you were uncontested.
Six minutes to go. Chrysler wants to get it to Green, can't. Instead, they go.
This is Taj Benning, though, 20 assists this year, 4 turnovers. Wow. And again, it seems to me it always seems to be a strength thing too, right? I mean, I know he doesn't have a great looking shot, and there is evidence of it, yeah. But I was just kidding about that. And you get some money out of those games. You get a lot of good experience and confidence if you compete well like they did. That's the big thing, Jay.
Canisius looks to go baseline coming out of the timeout, but then they turn it over. Caleb Green breaks free, and he'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, throwing it side to side, no penetration, coming out of a timeout. I tell you, out of the timeouts, it seems like Fairfield always has a pretty, I realize they were shooting a foul shot there, but they got the message there. See if Canisius can get focused here again real quick.
Arm on a read. Ahmed to Henderson. Back inside to Green, and a foul will go against Jesus Cruz. So Green will go to the line here for the 1 in bonus. That's a 7th team foul against Fairfield.
You know what? It seems to me that Fairfield players all are comfortable throwing into the post no matter who's in there. And Canisius kind of looks a little bit longer. Obviously Green, and I'm always talking about Fritz going into the post, but you got to just trust your teammates and throw it in there and let them go to work, so to speak. And Fairfield does a really nice job of recognizing those opportunities.
1 in bonus for Green. He's good on that one. So Malik Green has played most of the second half with 4 fouls and has made a difference in regard to defense for Canisius. He's missed a few at the line here, though.
He's got that strong body, you keep talking about. He's definitely got that. Good for him. He knocked those down. He's a scorer, right? He knows he's got 7 points, believe me. He knows he wants to get those points, and obviously that'll help the team.
Mido. Caleb Green. Pass deflected by Fritz, run down by Cruz. Cruz looks like he wants to go. Picked up on a switch by Green. Timeout. Not sure if we're going to see him in this game. Gene Rose to Caleb Green. Looks to drive, kicks to Cruz. Cruz, good ball fake, gets inside. Reverse layup is good.
Wow. But again, Green started it, stressed the defense, and Cruz, that's quite a finish. They're very, very well done here with the left hand.
And Cruz is the guy who's actually seen his playing time diminish a little bit this year. Getting a little more tonight.
Got to accept your role, right, for the good of the team, and that's a good sign.
Benning fouls on Med, kind of an incidental contact. I think it's what we call it in the NFL. But nonetheless, it'll be an opportunity for foul shots for Canisius.
But I do like their defensive pressure on the ball, and they're right into them, and it's, they're definitely getting up on the Canisius perimeter players and certainly making them think about their first step. 1
in bonus for Akram Ahmed. Rims out. Rebound tapped out of bounds, though, by Jesus Cruz. It'll be Canisius basketball here. Hand off to Harid. Henderson steps behind the screen. Same play they ran for Eidendahl earlier. Fritz left alone from 3. Back rim, no good. And the rebound controlled by Fairfield.
Almost looked a little bit like the Coppin State play, too, but it was Eidendahl, too. They did a handoff with Coppin State, but Henderson sat for a little while there. It was a good look.
Mido. Fairfield going in for the kill here. Cruz launches a 3. No good. Malik Green with a rebound. See if the Griffs can get some transition going here. Ahmed looks to drive. Gets inside. Nice finish.
Boy, that was a really nice finish because it looked like he went too far, but he straightened up there and used that backboard to his advantage. So what they need here, they got it down to 6, I believe, and you got to get about 3 or 4 stops in a row here. Make Fairfield start thinking when they're shooting.
Caleb Green. Alan Gene Rose looks to go inside against Jordan Henderson, and he is fouled and go to the line to shoot 2.
Geez, that's a tough one, right? Because that angle he was taking there, I don't know, boy, that's a tough call there. But give Rose credit. He's been very, very good at creating stress on the defense and getting fouls there. That's a tough one.
So Alan Gene Rose goes to the line. making his first start of the season tonight, and he has answered the call for Fairfield, though he misses the first foul shot.
I think I would have a team rule that you got to use 6 to 8 seconds on the foul line. Seriously. Something to the effect, look at guys, just take your time.
Gene Rose with 12 points tonight for Fairfield. Second rattles home.
A lot of them in the first half, right? I mean, he's been fairly quiet here in this. Got to get a good look here. If you run your offense and keep the ball off the ground and move and time your cuts, you're going to get a good look.
That's the nature of the offense that Reggie Weatherspoon runs. Hareed, tough jumper on the baseline, but he puts it home nonetheless. 18 for him.
That's a good combination. When Fritz have it and on the same size as Hareed, they usually get a good look. In that case, it's no different.
Under 3 minutes to go. Supreme Cook. Surprised Canisius doesn't pressure him when he's dribbling the ball. Benning wants to get it to Cook. Benning gets it to Cook. Double team comes over. The kick out, the swing. Cruz. Shot clock winding down. He'll take that three, and he puts it home.
Boy, that hurt because Canisius did everything right there. They rotated well, but that was a really good knockdown three there by the veteran Cruz.
Cruz with 16 points tonight. 1,000-point scorer in his 5 years at Fairfield. Or 4+ we should call it right now. Green goes up, can't finish, gets his own rebound. Looks to go back up again, can't put it home. Fritz keeps it alive, knocked out of bounds. Canisius basketball.
You can see the defensive presence though, right? You can see guys thinking like, normally Green just goes right up. He's like, wow, they're right there. You know, they're long and they're altering shots. But again, good hustle on the boards here. At this much time, Jay, right? You can't come up empty, right? You got to get a basket here and get stops right away.
Hand off to Hareed. Henderson comes out to claim the basketball. To Fritz, to Hareed. Under 2 to play. Canisius down 10. Cut. Ahmed lays it up and in.
Very nice. 2 bigs outside. Opens up the lane inside. Good timing. Beautiful pass by Green.
Ahmed with 11 points, most of them in the second half. Fairfield will be content to run some clock here. Cook. Caleb Green tries to drive, finds Cook. Cook in the paint, a lot of time again, and he's tied up by Ahmed, and the alternate possession will go to Canisius.
You know, you made the point earlier, wonder why you're not pressuring him out there. They're probably happy he's not out there because he's really a handful out there, but that was just good timing from the backside by Ahmed. Boy, it's amazing, isn't it, all the time you watch this stuff, that guy does pretty well offensively. He's a little more engaged defensively.
Ahmed will bring it up. The junior from Hackensack. Only played 18 games in his first 2 years here at Canisius due to injuries and COVID-19. Hareed turns, fires, rattles out. Might have been Canisius' last chance there.
Yeah, that was the play though. They like to run that play, the double high screen there, and the timing was perfect. Just a little more arc and it doesn't rattle as much.
Green to Cook. Timeout. And Green, there's your cross-court pass, but nobody there. Jesus Cruz. Shot clock winding down. Green. Green. Stops and pops. In and out, no good. Canisius still alive, but they got to hurry and score. Ahmed. Ahmed drives, goes up, misses. Fritz on the follow. He is fouled. Stops the clock, and the Griffs will shoot 2 here with 28.3 remaining.
Yeah, I'd like to see Fritz with 2 hands on that little one-hand tap, but they got the stop they wanted. Nice job here, getting it on the board at least, and then there you go. You get, boy, and 1 would have been nice, right? 67-72, foul quickly, and they miss, and you get a 2-possession game, right?
Look at Fritz. Yeah, he's an exhausted young man. Gets a good shooter's roll on that one, though. Jaco Fritz, his first point of the game.
Yeah, that's surprising, right? He had a couple good moves there. They need him to be, they get the rebounds from him, they get the assists. They need him to be a consistent, realistically 8 to 12 a game, right?
Second is good, and Reggie Witherspoon will use his last baseline. And inbound goes to Benning. He gets trapped. He gets it over to Long, ahead to Gene Rose, and there's their foul with 22.5 remaining. Jordan Henderson committing the foul, and Alan Gene Rose will go to the line.
Should have fouled Benning right there when they had the trap, right? Although to his credit, he made a nice pass across the court there. But you know, Rose has had a pretty good night here, but see if he can knock these down.
Xavier Long was checked into the game there for the purpose of fouling. He goes back to the bench.
Little offense, defense there. And of course his length, you know, you might be able to get a steal out of that.
Alan Gene Rose misses. Canisius down 6. Here comes Hareed. Ahead to Henderson. Open 3. No good. Fritz, put back. Good. It's a 4-point game. Griffs have to foul immediately. And again, Fairfield with 5 players out of bounds to start here. And they've got a foul Long right off the bat here. So the freshman will go to the line to shoot 2. The double bonus now in effect here.
Kind of like that 5 on the line. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I know I've seen where you throw it to the guy, you know, and then you go back in, all that fun stuff. But that's kind of neat because I think you're looking at them like they look like they're in a 100-meter dash, and you're like, oh, we're going to get burned long.
Right.
And so then you just come back and get it. Well, this is the guy I would think that one of the guys they want to shoot for sure.
The lefty, boy, he never flinched on that, did he?
Yeah, he does. The 6 to 8 second rule doesn't apply to him because you got that. You can just see.
Yep. Scores mentality.
A lot of backyard shots coming up right here.
Second also good.
That was perfect, right?
Yep. Still a 2-point or 2-possession game here, but Canisius with no timeouts. Inbound to Ahmed. Pushes in the front court. Griffs need a 3. Henderson fires up 3, misses, and that will do that. Canisius will lose on their home floor in their conference